Let's start by creating the basic shape of our purse. Using a rectangle to create a box, we will start with front and back side, which will be the largest. So let's just go ahead and grab our rectangle tool and click once to get the dialog box, and we are going to input the width to be like 630 and the height is going to be 400 and hit OK. Now of course, compared to our avatar, this is out of proportion. Of course this is too big, but since I will be adding it later on in a different 3D application, I can always resize it there, and in the meantime it's going to be easier for us to work on a larger scale model in MD. Now all I need to do create another rectangle like this. So I am going to take my transform pattern tool and press Ctrl C, Ctrl V. So those will be the front and the back side. Let's also position them accordingly in the 3D window. As we go, we won't get confused on which side is which, and since this is going to be the back side, that's going to be right here. We remember that we need to flip it horizontally in the 3D window. So let's right click and choose flip horizontally. That way we get the outer white side on the outside where they need to be. Now we need to create the bottom part. So we are going to take our rectangle tool again, click once more. This time we are going to put the width, of course 630 as with the previous rectangle, and the height is going to be, let's go for 90 and hit OK. Now select the transform pattern tool and let's organize this in the 2D window, and don't forget to also position it accordingly in the 3D window with the help of our gizmo. So this is going to be the bottom. Next we are going to create the upper side, that's going to go right along here. Now this one is going to be a bit more narrow than the bottom one, since most purses have wider bottom and they get more narrow as you go up. Since the upper part is usually closed with the zipper or something of that sorts, so let's click again rectangle tool, and we are going to go again with the width to be 630 and the height let's put 50. Let's position it the same way we did the bottom part. Rotate with a gizmo and position them at the top. Okay, so somewhere around here, and we are slowly getting the shape of our purse the way we want it to be. Now only need the left and the right side to finish it off. So let's create another rectangle and let's go for the width 90. So it's going to be same as the bottom, and then we are going to push the points in the upper side inwards. So it's going to be 50 and the height we set is 400 and OK. So choose our transform pattern tool and position it also same way. Now let's rotate the part, position it. OK, so it's same as this rectangle. Let's take our edit pattern tool, and I am going to bring out my measurement by pressing Shift and Z to see better. Alright, so this side match because they are both 90, but of course this don't. So we are going to push these points inwards each side by 20. So click on the dot, push it inwards, right click. So we get the dialog box that is enable us to move by 20 and hit OK. Do the same thing for this point. Push it inwards, right click and move the distance for 20. Alright, now we have the line with the same length of 50. The same is here, so it's gonna close off quite nicely, and I have positioned this accordingly. So this is going to be the side. Now select the side part and Ctrl C and Ctrl V for the other side part. Okay, now push it closer to the shape. Now right click and choose flip horizontally, because see, white side is not the outside part. So right click and choose flip horizontal. Alright, once we establish something like this, we can continue on in the next clip with stitching and putting some internal lines to the back side.